You know, I'm thinking the guards will be down here any minute. Finally, the bricks came free. We could see the soil on the other side. My heart was pumping wildly. We were starting to tunnel out of the prison. We got the hell out of there as quickly as we could, just in case we'd been heard. From that point on, we worked out a pattern of digging around the prison routine. I could only go missing from the maintenance office at lunch, but Keller and Billingsley's jobs meant they were always on the move. So as long as they got their work done, no one seemed to miss them. They had about 3 hours after lunch to dig. They'd get maybe 2 or 3 feet dug in this time, then clean up. I'd let them out about 3:15, and plenty of time for the 3:45 head count. We started taking more risks, lifting tools from the office and timing our movements to the minute to maximize digging time. I really dreaded a collapse. I mean, we were digging through dirt. We didn't have the proper supports you'd need to build a tunnel. All I could do was pray that Billingsley knew what he was doing. I thought about nothing else but the tunnel. It becomes your life. Within 4 weeks, we dug under the prison wall and we were ready to tunnel towards the warehouse. I estimated we were about 4 weeks away from Breakout. One lunchtime, I'd locked the guys in as usual, then headed to the recreation hall. And suddenly, the whistle sounded for lockdown. Straight away, I thought, that's it. They found the tunnel.
The whistle would let everybody in the institution know that there's something happened and there's going to be a lockdown. The inmates would immediately report back to their cells, and the officers would monitor them so that they could be locked in. And you would do a master count at that time. If you had some people missing, then you would start into your emergency procedures for an escape.
Straight away, we were escorted from the prison industries, across the yard, towards the cell blocks. I felt sick. If the tunnel had been discovered, it was all over. Then I heard there'd been a stabbing in one of the blocks. That's when I knew that they hadn't found the tunnel. Suddenly, I realized if I don't get back to unlock Billingsley and Keller, they'll be missing for the count. I have to set off in the wrong direction towards the crawl space. I got 15 feet from the door when a guard stopped me.
It's locked on. There's a computer problem I left running on, though. I got orders.
I told him I had to go and shut down a computer, but he got distracted, so I kept going.
Lockdown! Get out of here! Let's go! Come on!
I screamed at the guys to get out.
Come on! Get out of this!
There wasn't any time to get cleaned up.
Fast! We have 1 minute. Let's get out of here. Let's go! Come on!
We turned the corner. Right there in front of us was a guard. It's like he could tell something wasn't right. As we walked past, I heard his radio crackle. I thought, this is it. We're caught. Escape's over. I was sure he was calling for backup, and I held my breath. But then nothing. We got away with it this time, but we'd really pushed our luck. We needed to hurry on and get this tunnel dug. We dug about 30 to 40 feet now. We had to be close to that warehouse. It was so hot I almost passed out several times. Soil kept falling. I could be buried alive at any second. At last I hit concrete. Above us was the prison supplies warehouse and the door to freedom. My plan was to wait for the warehouse to close, then drill holes in the concrete to weaken it. I'd stolen a drill. I knew it'd be missed, but it was now or never. I mean, we had to break through. It was like a dam had burst. I could breathe the air of the outside world. I could feel the coolness of it and smell it. I drilled several more holes, and finally I forced out a hole big enough to squeeze through. And that was it. It was on. We were going the next morning. I didn't sleep at all that night. I got the shakes. I shook solid for 45 minutes. I kept getting this recurring image of a guard firing at us, and then the tunnel collapsing. I kept thinking, what if my plan goes wrong? I run through it all again. If we make it through the tunnel, we then have to get out of the prison supplies warehouse without being seen by staff. Next, we exit into the courtyard, overlooked by a guard tower. We have to walk 30 feet past the guard tower to an exit door here, unnoticed. It was the longest night of my life. It was a relief when the morning came, when we met in the crawl space early. The warehouse up above us was still locked and alarmed. When it opened for that day, that was our cue to go. We heard the rolling doors opening in the warehouse, and that was it. Kevin Billingsley went first. I went last, right behind Tom.
Now, to get through the tunnel in most places, we had to stretch our arms all the way out and actually push with the toes and pull with the fingers. Now, I was holding my head up, trying to see as much as I can, and I'm trying to squeeze through, but I was in excruciating pain and almost went into shock from the pain. It started to get desperate because we wanted to get out of there as fast as we could.
I could feel the soil tumbling down on top of me. There was water pouring in. I felt the whole thing could come down on me at any second. And no one knew we were here.
Six highly dangerous prisoners are attempting to escape from Western Penitentiary in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. After 12 weeks, they've tunneled under the perimeter wall.
I came out of the tunnel. I could smell the greasy floor. Nothing ever smelled sweeter. Now all we had to do was cross the courtyard, and we were free.
This is it. All right? You guys ready?
I pulled hard on the door. It opened. And I looked out. All clear. Then, near the tower, I saw a guard. He was looking right down at me. My mind was racing. I didn't know what to do. I nodded. He nodded back.
There's a guard with a gun, all right? All right, just relax, There's a guard. All right, relax, I got this.
I told the guys to keep their helmets on. We're gonna walk out as if we're construction workers. Like we're meant to be there. We couldn't go back now.
Nobody look up at that guard. Just getting out of here, we're leaving for the day, all right?
I took the lead with the blueprints, and they followed.
Bunch it together, let's go.
The whole time I'm walking, I'm waiting for the guard to shout, to radio for backup, to shoot.
We can get this section.
Then the prison alarm went off. My heart almost exploded. Yet, I felt we still had a chance, so long as I could open this door. I pictured armed guards gathered out front.
Get down now! Get down! Do it!
Place my hand on the handle. No guards, no cops, no guns. The alarm couldn't have been for us.
The excitement level was almost indescribable. It was like, you know, being reborn. We stepped out into fresh air, a nice, bright, sunny day. We're really free now. We're out.
Andy Heim did his job and hotwired a Pontiac. I took what I hoped was one last look at Western Penn.
Six inmates are missing from Western Penitentiary. Police say they made a daring daylight prison break, somehow digging a tunnel from the inside to the outside. Until the inmates are found, Western Penitentiary is under a lockdown.
I got something here.
In 1997, I was one of 6 troopers working the Pennsylvania State Police Fugitive Apprehension Unit. When the news broke over the police radios, we all heard it and lit up. Here, we had a maximum security prison and a breakout, not of 1, but of 6, a half dozen inmates. If that doesn't get the attention of the police authorities and the immediate public, what does?
The 6 men broke out of the maximum security facility by digging a 30-foot long tunnel.
Next, I needed to see firsthand the tunnel. When I went through this tunnel, it was mucky, it was damp, and it smelled. Maybe it was their perspiration that they left behind. They had a goal in mind. That was the light at the end of the tunnel, right? That was the freedom. And it was my job to take that away from them.
The inmates have been on the outside for many hours now, and although police continue to search actively for them.
Nuno decided that if we were all going to stick together like this, we needed a bigger cart. Before we went into Indiana, we stole a van, which was a lot roomier. We took that there and we kept changing plates.
Police believe the inmates stole their getaway car from a parking lot next to the prison.
On day 2, the stolen car was recovered.
It's an '89 Pontiac Bronze Bonneville, and the left rear window was broken out.
That's a big break. That's goosebumps. They stole a van. That in itself said that they're together. That's a direction of flight.
When we got into Oklahoma, Kevin made a phone call to this one guy, Travis, in Texas that he happened to know. Travis said that he could get us